on, everybody? It's your boy Real back with another review, man. This is Snowfall Season 6, Episode 9. I first and foremost like to salute to those in the Discord gang them. I apologize to you guys because I was supposed to be in that rave to whatever that app is. We was all supposed to watch Uhtred, Son of Uhtred, Kill a Bunch of Kings, that new Last Kingdom movie that just dropped on Netflix. I was outside. I'm sorry. I forgot. I was drinking. My apologies. It's about to be cold next week. I'm sorry. Salute to all those listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And of course, you, the viewer, you watching. All right. Gotta salute my number one supporter, Kevo, and his girl Diamond on her birthday. What's poppin'? Turn up today. And let's get to it. Now that I started with love, okay, I gave everybody love. I did. Now, you're going to have to grant me some grace. Because this episode, this review, you're probably going to get a little pissed at. Now, I say that to say because after watching it, I then was able to look at my social medias, get a bead on what the streets were saying. And I reserved, I never talk about the show until I turn on this camera. Not to friends, family, nobody. Y'all get it first. And yeah, this episode, A, was great. Loved this episode. And I saw a lot of shit about Sissy. I saw worst mother on television ever. And motherfuckers like, what the fuck? I can't believe it. It was just a lot of why? Like, why? And me, I watched it and I went, yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry. I'm pro Sissy with this one. I know. You're right. Just go ahead, close your laptop, just throw your phone. I know, but I support Sissy. She did what had to be done. And I'm going to, I know, just follow me for a second. Hey, I also owe Damson an apology. This was by far his best acting I've seen in all of Snowfall. And I'm not just the victim of the moment. Like, I remember all the episodes. I remember him being a little young dude trying to figure it out. I remember him showing greatness every time he got angry. And that's why I start questioning. I was like, damn, all my memorable Damson moments is when he's pissed, is when Franklin Saint is upset. When he's mad. I was like, is that what he needs to tap into to get the acting going? And I apologize. Because this one, I was wrong. I questioned him and I shouldn't have. Because that scene with him and Teddy in that room together, I gotta talk about that first. Before I get into Sissy. I gotta do it. Him, like, that conversation he had during his torture. And salute to his wife. She came through with the hot ass canola oil. Now, I don't like his wife. She's been useless to me. Her and her mom running around all season playing dress up, trying to figure out shit, the fake ass Ocean's 11. She just added absolutely nothing to the show except for us all going, that's his wife? Like, that's who he chose? Like, that's how she unified us when it came to her. We just all was like, really? Why? But I see now, her purpose was for this scene. Her uselessness in all these episodes, she comes out being the coldest motherfucker ever. Even kicks it off with a little monologue about how my mom never liked cooking, and let me give you this little tale before my man here throws hot ass grease. I'm talking about he turned Teddy's chest into like fried pork skins. Like he sauteed that nigga's body. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Now let's break down that scene of why it was so good and why Damson killed it. It wasn't just about the money. Actually, that whole thing had absolutely nothing to do with money. It was Franklin feeling this whole time this was his chance to actually get answers. Because, like I thought, there was a friendship there between him and Teddy. They cultivated like this thing between the two. I was pro Teddy, right? Him and Franklin looked like a tag team duo, and then you threw Javi in the mix. It just looked like you couldn't fail, right? And just like most things, ego, money comes into play and can tear down any bond. But Franklin was so fucked up because he's like, when he asked the question of why did you tase me? I always wondered that. Like, why didn't you just approach me and have a conversation like, hey, I got these drugs. I work for, X, Y, and Z. Let's do this work. He would have been receptive. He was new to the game. And you had what he needed at the time. And I was like, damn, that's a really good question. And then when Franklin goes deep into the whole, I know why you did it. It was to show me that you were in control. He read Teddy like a book. You have to be in control. You took my money. You ain't even leave me $5 million. Oh, that hit my soul. When he told Teddy, you couldn't even, just to say, hey, job well done. Here goes something. You needed everything? No, you didn't need everything. You did that to show me you was in charge. And Teddy's response to it was, you're motherfucking right. You're right. I made you. I'm you. And then when Teddy looked at him and when that Damson, he just said, you left me. I said, oh my God, here we are. Finally, some truth out of Teddy's fucking mouth. He felt hurt by Franklin. As Franklin sat there and gave him that whole conversation about like, when he weirdly said, yo, for some reason, which is crazy, I thought we would be friends forever. We'd grow old and you'd be there. And then when you saw Damson like tearing up, I said, oh, there it is, fellas. I said, here it is. This is what I've been waiting on. Because in this scene, I don't know, there's going to be a lot of ladies that probably don't get it. But men's friendships, like real friendships, is like something otherworldly. Because, where they might be tough with a lady and, be with the guys. Like when you find a real friend that you can open up with, they know, like men don't just be trusting motherfuckers like that. Typically. I don't know this new age. But for them to show their vulnerability on both sides, that's just not a man thing. That's not what society, a man being vulnerable, you weak. You're less than. So for them to give it up in such a manner where it's under some hellified circumstances. I mean, you did, slow roast this nigga's chest. And you killed his daddy, and he killed your daddy. And, there was a lot of daddy murdering going on. We've crossed some lines, fellas, a long time ago. But it just felt real. Like they was finally like, look, man, you tried to leave me. I did in a way. Like that was Teddy's way of saying, like, bro, I loved you too. And you left me like you was acting, you got bigger than, you know what I'm saying? That money came, you thought you was the man, which Damson did. He forgot Teddy. He just thought Teddy was his supplier. He never forgot that he was CIA. He never forgot that this story had to end some way, and he'd likely be the fall guy when the shit wraps up. But in some weird way, he probably was working out a plan where he don't have to do that. We could plan it on somebody else. And me and you could go on being friends forever, but Teddy couldn't see it. He just felt pain. Caused pain to Franklin, and they was just two hurt niggas in the room. That should have been the name of this episode. Two hurt niggas in the room. And they pulled it off fantastically. And the fact that when they finally told the truth to each other about how they really loved each other, like as the bros, like this weird family dynamic between them two. Because Teddy, low key, with him and Javi, stepped in to be the dad for Franklin, if you think about it. They played heavy dad roles. They were heavily influenced on how he became a man. You remember Franklin started off a teenager, bright future, genius, supposed to be going to the NASA school or some shit, some type of crazy engineering. The boy was, they fell off of that throughout the season. I felt like they lost a lot of his genius, but we saw spurts of it here and there. But it used to be centered around him being super smart. And then he just became like boss man, and we lost that somewhere along the way. But yeah, that was like once they finally got their truths out to each other, it got to a point of so okay, what the fuck do we do? At the end of the day, if I tell you shit, if I just give you the money, you're gonna kill me. And Franklin's like, even if I don't want to kill you, because I see Franklin acknowledged that he fucked Teddy over. He did. He did. He hurt this man. He had to know that if you hurt nigga, I'm hurt. So how can we do this? All right, how can we make this work? Let's just split down the middle. Right? I ain't in the CIA no more. 37 million I'm cool with. You take 36. We good to go. Let's do this exchange. Now he was ready to that Russian roulette scene. Oh, Franklin. He's I loved it. When Tay looked at him and said, "You've lost your mind." Like, what the fuck? He's like, "Look, nigga, you gonna give me this or I'll be broke and you be dead. I don't give a shit." I love that. I love that. And I'm glad that he didn't shoot Teddy in that moment because we wouldn't have got that that very emotional scene where they came to agreement where it's like, okay, look, we split this half. I never want to see you again. Let's just, it is what it is. I killed your daddy, you killed my daddy. We're done. We're done here. Me and you, we ain't got to talk. Let's just take some money, make the best out of the situation. And then Franklin is feeling that pressure of losing that property. His wife is like, we can't miss no payments, nigga. Like, we could fuck around with other properties. This one, we need the money now. I got this. Let me go grab some oil. Shorty got the big joint of oil too. Sam's Club Costco bottle. She was ready to cook this whole nigga in the chill. Like she was ready to deep fry Teddy. She got the biggest ball of canola oil. Salute to her. She spared no expense. Some tell me she had a second one ready to go. But this is where it gets tricky. Because with Sissy, she wanted answers. Teddy tried to play her. Say that, you know, uh, Alton was alive. Did you ever see the body? Playing those mind games with her, fucking up. She knows why she hates him. Got the KGB dude in the next room who did her dirty. So you got two people that did her dirty, right? She's looking for answers. Her brain don't want to let Alton go, but maybe there's a chance. Maybe. I love how Franklin came in like, I don't give a fuck about Alton. Nigga dead, alive. I don't give a shit about that nigga. I want my money. Yo, Franklin went crazy this episode. He got so many quotables from just being in that room. That, hey, because you got to look at that scene. Where were they this whole time? They were just in a room. They were in a building. There was no driving off to Colombia, linking up with this person. There was no scenery. There was no action. For real. It was a little torturing. But this episode was primarily carried on the backs of acting. So this was a very, if you ain't have good actors like these, this is risky. Because this is all dialogue. And when you go dialogue heavy, which is the only reason I ever want to watch anything. If it's not some John Wick murdering out the gate, I want to hear dialogue. That's my extremes. If people aren't getting eaten, if there's not no, zombies or magic and swords, if you ain't finna give me all action, then you better give me all dialogue. And that dialogue better be smacking. So they did it. They did it with this one. Salute to them. But yeah, back to Sissy. The people, the one woman y'all have united in the hate. Let me go ahead and support Sissy for a moment. She got her mind played with Teddy. Okay, let's not forget that. She gave Sissy a hope. He gave Sissy a hope of Alton being alive. That little spark, like maybe he ain't bullshit. Maybe he did disappear. Maybe he is in some fucking Cuban prison somewhere. That sounds CIA. That's like a CIA thing, right? Guantanamo, that's a thing. So there's a little hope, like, if there's a chance he just tucked him away and maybe we could work out somewhere I could get him back. I need to know more. He placed that false hope in her, like, shit, I could have a happily ever after. That's how Sissy's playing it. And then you got her even trying to protect Teddy, right? Let's not forget that. Because of that little hope, she looks at her son spiraling, playing Russian roulette with just one person where he's not taking a turn. No, no, no. This is Russian roulette, all you, motherfuckers. This is all on you. It's usually a two-man game, but nah, player one. And she sees her son like going unhinged, and Leon knowing like, bro, I've never seen you like this. So he's got the two most important people in his life telling him, you looking crazy for money. Like you're a monster. Like what is happening? Like don't go to that place where you can't come back as a person. So as a mother right there, sure, she was trying to protect her son with whatever she could. That's just mother instincts. But in actuality, she ain't want Teddy dead in the event that Alton might be alive. Alton, whatever the fuck that nigga's name is. So it was kind of a twofer for Sissy. Hey, I could keep my son from going down this path of no return, of just pure evil, right? Because when he came back for Louis, that was when he knew what was about to happen to Louis in that warehouse with Kane. He could have went full evil and let him just violate her, but he couldn't do it, right? Even being called the devil, accepting the role as the devil would have just let her do it. But there's a spark of good in Franklin. Now, he wouldn't have admitted it to Louis, but he loves Louis. Just like he loves Teddy. He loves a lot of these people that he is not fans of right now. Love is a hard thing to break. It's irrational. It doesn't make sense. It is what it is when it comes to love. So, right there, they felt like if you go through with torturing the motherfucker, playing these Russian roulette games, that will now unlock a new creature in you. Now, and then he starts screaming about the Rockefellers and what they did. You think these motherfuckers ain't got bodies? Now he's out here justifying the evil. Like, well, look, if evil white people do it, then I'm going to be the evil black guy that does it. But is that how you want to live your existence? And that's what Leon saw, especially coming from Africa. We don't need a lot, brother. I was just in Africa having a great time. Should have never came back, to keep it real with you. But I ain't need millions out there. So Leon has physically seen a world where you can be happy as long as you are surrounded with good people, loved ones, and you good to go. And Sissy, knowing that she helped create some of this in him, but she knew he was going to do what he was going to do anyway. As a man, she felt like, hey, I could be a part of it and still be an influence, or I can be out of it and watch my son crumble completely and he not listen to shit I gotta say. So she chose the path of, the better path. Like, okay, well, let me, be down with him at least on the financial end. So I have some control, and he has to take my words of wisdom. What's that? What's the other word I'm looking for? God, it was a good word that I had. My shit, I'm drawing a blank. It's early morning. I'm sorry. But my advice, like, I could be his consigliere. At least if I see him going crazy, I could, I'm part of the business. I know how it's running. I can help take some of the burden off my son. I'd still be somebody he needs to talk to, right? So that's Sissy's position. So she's got the twofer right there. Let me save Teddy, maybe saving Alton, maybe saving my son, right? But when that nigga comes back and Franklin and him say, all right, cool, deal done, comes back out there and goes, hey, so me and Teddy came up with a deal. He's going to take half the money. I'm going to take half the money, and we're going to let him go. Now Sissy's like, wait the fuck a second. Like, hold on. Where's Alton in this? Okay, I still got that. And do you think you just fried it? You just unseasoned fried this motherfucker's front chest. You think he's just going to stop, let you just have your 37 million and live your best life? You don't think he's coming back for you? He came and searched for us in Cuba. You think he's just going to bygones be bygones? Which she's right. And Franklin's so dead set on this money, he's not thinking straight. And you know what? Y'all wasn't thinking straight. Y'all wasn't thinking straight. Who out there cared about Gustavo besides me? Oh, yeah. Also, oh, yeah, the man who came through for Franklin in the clutch, the clutchiest of clutch. The motherfucker was about to be hung like a lot of our ancestors. And then he was finna get disappeared in acid on some Dexter shit. He was finna be wiped off planet Earth. But who stopped him? Gustavo, who was solid this entire season, who was unwavering, who never did nothing shitty, underhanded, who never fucked anybody over. Never. Gustavo. Franklin's mama fucked him over. Teddy fucked him over. His wife wanted to leave him at one point, did leave him. Her mama ain't shit. So, what else? Leon damn near left him in his time of need. He couldn't take it. Who else did Franklin care about? His girl turned to a crackhead, shot him in the back. Everybody this nigga loved. Everybody. His father? Trying to tell his business, trying to tell who the supply is on Black Panther Radio 103.4. Like, everybody in Franklin's life that raised him, loved him, he loved, cared for it, fucked him over, except his favorite wrestler. Now, how deep is that? How deep is that shit? Mexican wrestler who he loved to go watch with him and his boys, who supplied him with damn near his first little coke, right? And once they got that, they was like, hey, who saved him in the Mexican neighborhoods, who ran with him, who survived tiger attacks with him. Okay? This Gustavo, which one of y'all cared about him when he was making this deal with Teddy? What's the one thing Oso asked him to do? I got you, Moreno. I just need you to do one thing. Make sure you kill Teddy so he don't come after me. Let's say Teddy was solid. Let's say Teddy was like, you know what? I love that little black motherfucker. I do. And I fucked him over. He fucked me over. But he made some money, goddammit. I'm good. I don't want to come after him. I don't want to kill his people. Let's say Teddy, let's unbelievably said that, right? Let's say, fuck it. We're sold on that. We believe Teddy. He ain't gonna fuck with Franklin. Well, how about that also, though? You think, and what did Teddy ask Franklin up in that room? Yo, tell me what you did to get Gustavo on your side. Like, where did I fuck up at that my man's a hurt Teddy? Hey, a hurt Teddy will hurt you. You think even if he was solid with Franklin, he was just gonna let Gustavo go live his life and link up with his family again and be a happy man? You thought Teddy wasn't gonna show up at his doorstep somewhere and have some questions for Gustavo? Like, my man, I thought we was better than that. And you thought Teddy was gonna let that slide? No. Hell no. He was at least gonna get a conversation, and it wasn't gonna end well because the answer wasn't gonna make emotional Teddy feel good. Yeah, y'all forgot about that. I was like, oh no, Franklin, fuck all that. Letting the CIA guy go and making this transaction, hoping the CIA don't fuck with you after that. No, Gustavo. Nobody cared. He was supposed to kill Teddy. That was the deal. And soon as Damson was like, soon as Frank, I keep calling him Damson, but he deserves his real name to be said. He did a great job. But when Franklin is like, fuck everybody, including the man that held me down for 6 seasons, fuck everybody, I want this money, then I gotta say, Franklin, fuck you, buddy. So when your mama went out there, and then when she was about to let it go down, maybe. But then Teddy go ahead and say, what, bitch? I was lying. I shot the shit out of Alton. I violated him. Okay, I drug him somewhere. He'll never know where he's found. I don't even remember where I left the nigga. It is what it is. I just wanted freedom. So can I finish this phone call? Right? And then like, oh, okay. And smoked his ass. I said, damn right. Damn right. Now, I know what your next thing is going to be. Well, damn. Okay, you might be right, real. But didn't she at least did the password? Like, let him finish the transaction. Let your son get the money at least. Let him finish the phone call. Hell no. 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 Sissy did the right thing. Franklin only cared about that money. He didn't give a shit about Gustavo. Probably if you asked him to choose between the money and his mama, I think he'd take the money. And that's not what she wanted for his son. Yes, she fucked up by supporting this, but like I said, he was gonna do it anyway. So by supporting him and help him laundering the money, that was the only way, at least like, hey, we're trying to go legit. We're trying to do this real estate. And he was down. He had sold a few drugs, fucked up a community or two. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is. He was gonna do it anyway. But she was gonna pull him out that life and maybe they do some good with the money. And she still was running that shelter, right, for the people. So she figured, hey, we'll fuck the community up, but there's a chance we could save it too. Plus, my son is the biggest distributor. Maybe we could shut that down as well. So she probably had these delusions in her head. But right there, she knew that if he got that money, then, he would never have a chance to see what's really important in life. Y'all might not follow that. His whole motivation this season was money. He didn't give a fuck who he fucked over to get it, who he killed to get it. His whole thing was money. She never raised him to be like that. And if he cannot touch that amount of money, if she had to force him himself to just be family, that grandbaby of hers, that wife you got, family and friends is what matters. And nigga, I will take this thing you feel like you need, this money that's turning you to this monster. I'll fuck that up. I'll be the bad guy so you could have a real chance at a regular life and you earn it the right way. Might have been a little rough, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm not mad at her. And I don't think Franklin deserves that fucking money. I don't give a fuck how many drugs he sold. The fact that he was willing to let Teddy go and just fuck over Gustavo completely, I can't stand behind. And if I was Sissy and a nigga told me, yeah, nigga, I lied, I killed your man, I killed your husband, it is what it is, and just was brushed you off like you was fucking stupid, yeah, you got to eat these bullets, my nigga. Like, no, I'm sorry. You didn't put me through too much. You done gave me hope. You done lied to me. You gave me false hope. I was good with him being dead. I was good with you being the one that killed him. Mad. I wanted justice. I didn't even want you dead, my nigga. I want you arrested for your crimes. I wanted justice. That's all I wanted. I was good with that. But what I'm not good with is you playing with my emotions. You playing with my brain. You done had me sitting around thinking like, oh, I could one day reunite with him. Oh no. You telling me the only way I reunite with him is with the gates? The gates of heaven? Oh, okay, nigga. Say less. Eat these shots. Not mad at Sissy. Fuck you talking about. Yep. Franklin think he was finna fuck people over. I'm finna fuck my own son over. Force him to be a man. Stand by your word. Well, I ain't raised you like that. Fuck that. Fuck that and fuck Teddy. So hey, it is what it is. I'm not mad at Sissy at all. She did. She's well within her rights. Fuck it, man. I stand behind her. And she came through with the mother move in the clutch. Cause just like anything else, man, your mama might not, support completely what you're trying to do, but if she sees it turning you into something she can't recognize, and she knows she played any type of part in it, whether it was where y'all lived, whether the undue stress she felt like, dealing with that, whatever she felt she took a part in, hey, what's that saying? I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. So I created this creature. I will kill this same monster I made. Hey, and ain't no running. I'm gonna shoot this nigga, and I'm gonna take the fall for my son. Cause somebody had to go to jail. The CIA was not finna rest. She sacrificed herself also for her son. There was no way, even if he had that 37 million, some black kid with 37 million thinking he gonna do good by the community, do all these investments and bring up the black folks and do no, the government was not finna allow that to happen. You would have been quickly dead, funds seized. Hey, about these taxes. And they have intimate details on your workings. But this way, she knew that I could do this cleanly. Kill him, fuck me, I'll go to jail, and then I'll say he was dealing drugs. I was the one that was supplying the streets. I was the mama pen. And then she could implement whoever she wants, the KGB dude. She's got all the intel too. She knows the interworkings of the business by being right there with her son. So she gave Franklin a new life. Y'all just obsessed with the money. But I'm from the school of, hey, If you made this money before, you can make it again. Go out there and get it. I'm sorry. If I ever touched 37 million and lost it all tomorrow, please believe whatever I did to go get that, I'm running it right the fuck back. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I'll be mad, but I know I did it. I know I did it. And let's not act like Franklin ain't got shit. He got hella properties. He's got other investments. Let's not do that. So he's not leaving this thing broke. He's just not leaving uber rich. His dreams of that brighter tomorrow just, it's going to take longer. And he's going to have to get it some other way. But fuck it. Not with Teddy. And not with my help. So, Sissy sacrificed herself for her son. And got her revenge. I'm pro Sissy, man. I think it's phenomenal. Honestly. She did that. She did that. So y'all can be mad at her if you want. But if you really just look at it as how I presented it, maybe you'll give her a little break. And as far as Louis, so glad she finally killed that motherfucker, that dirty crackhead. And I don't know Louis' future. She might got some money. I do like that Franklin gave her the heads up at least. It was hilarious how she was like, this motherfucker knew this whole time. Tell me last minute. But hey, would the devil do that? Nope. He could let you get arrested. You deserve it. You deserve it. But Franklin been helping your ass out a lot. So hopefully Louis got some money stashed. I know she got some in the islands. Hopefully now that Teddy's dead, she got full access to it. So like I said, Louis probably leaving with the money. I knew she wasn't going to die. I knew that. She survived death too many times. So she ain't going to have Jerome. Franklin ain't going to have his money. Teddy smoked. Gustavo now will have a real life with his family. So I don't know if this was the finale. I don't know if we got one more episode to go, but like a little wrap up. But shit. Sorry, Franklin. Maybe you shouldn't be a complete piece of shit. Maybe money shouldn't be a motivation. I mean, that was the tale of this whole thing. All money ain't good money. So, sorry guys, Team Sissy. With that, protect your health, yourself, your wealth, man. Your boy Rel's out of here. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Real. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? Alright, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, alright? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,